students, welcome to our next session of fiber to fabric. This is our first session of this chapter. So here we are going to understand about the different types of fabrics available to us. Along with that, we are going to understand how a fiber is being formed and then how it is going to be converted into a fabric. But before that, I want to know how much you are being aware about the types of fabric. Here some pictures are being shown to you, so you have to tell us that by which material these products are being formed and what are the source of those materials. Like in first picture you can observe a frock. So generally a frock is made up of which fabric? That is, it is made up of cotton, and cotton is generally being available to us through a plant. Next is your cap. It's a woolen cap, or we can say it is made up of a wool, and we get this material from an animal. Next, in this picture you can observe this, it is made up of some plastic or a polyester type of synthetic material, and it's a raincoat. And last picture shows you that it's a bag which is made up of jute, and jute is also a source which we get from a plant. So now there is a question arise, why there is a need of cloths. Basically, cloths protect us from harsh climate. Also, they protect us from insect bites, and along with that, it make us look modest or nice. But did you know that earlier cloths are not an important product for the early man? But later on, according to the requirement of the body, there is a need of covering their body is being arised, and they started wearing what? Firstly, they covered their body with the leaf of the plant, and later on they start killing animals and use their skin to protect their body from the cold environment. Later on, when in the Stone Age, they got aware with the weaving techniques, so they start making your baskets and start weaving them with the help of twigs and grasses, which helps them to weave a cloth like sari and dhoti. Still they doesn't know how to convert a fabric into a cloth, so what they do, they generally wrap that whole fabric on their body. Like in pictures you can observe that dhoti for the men, they are wrapping the whole cloth on their body. Along with that, the saris are also being wear by them. By the whole, they just wrap their body. After the Stone Age, they get invented the needle, and the invention of needle makes them to stitch their clothes, and later on they start stitching their clothes and wearing them. Now there is a question arise that what is the difference between a fiber and a fabric. So first of all, we are going to understand about the fiber. Fiber is a single hair-like thread of natural or artificial substance used to make a fabric. So here in a picture you can observe that if we even pull out the thread, we get the minor fine particles, and that fine particle is called your fiber. When we twist those fibers, they get converted into a yarn, and when we woven those fibers, then we are going to get your fabric. So here in the second picture you can also observe, whenever we pull a thread from a cloth, we get the yarn, and when we open that yarn, we can get a fiber. So here is the classification of fibers. Generally we are having two types of fibers, natural fibers and the synthetic fibers. As the word represent you, natural means those fibers which we are getting from the nature. For example, like your cotton, jute, wool or silk. But again, the natural fibers are being classified into two categories, like some of the fibers we are getting from the plant sources, and the another one we are getting from the animal sources. So here is a classification, like cotton and jute is a plant fiber, whereas wool and silk is your animal fiber. Next comes the synthetic fibers, which are being prepared or made by us in an artificial way or by using some chemicals like your nylon, polyester, rayon, etc. So in this chapter we follow a thorough study of the natural fibers, but in high classes you are going to have a follow or a thorough study of the artificial fibers. So firstly we are going to study about the natural fibers, those we get from the nature. So from the natural fibers, firstly we are going to read about the plant fibers, or we can say the fibers we are getting from the plant, like your cotton. So here in a picture you can observe that multiple balls of cotton are being sticking to a plant. So this picture is of a cotton plant where multiple cotton balls are sticking. So I am going to tell you when or where we are going to have the cotton plant. Generally, cotton is obtained from a cotton plant. In Hindi, we call it as kapas. It is generally a warm season crop, generally need very moderate amount of rainfall and grow in black soil. Its plantation is done during May to September and its harvesting is done from the season of October to February. It is generally being grown in the states of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Odisha, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now we are going to understand how the processing of cotton fibers is being done. So before getting a cotton fibers, the process of cotton fibers is been starting from the harvesting. Harvesting, as you all are being aware, at the cutting of the ripened crop. Similarly, when the cotton balls get ripened up, they get burst and expose the seed with covered with cotton fibers. So these balls can be harvested by picking the entire cotton ball or by pulling the fibrous cotton from the ball. Generally, it is being done by the hand in India, but nowadays some harvesting machines also being used for this purpose. After harvesting comes the ginning process. Ginning is the process of separating cotton balls from its seed. Device used in this process is called your cotton gin. Generally, it is being done by the hand in earlier times. Now we are having the ginning machines in your textile industries also, but earlier it is being done with the help of the ginning machine, which you can observe over here. Next, when these cotton balls are separated from the seeds, they are being called your lint, and when this lint is compressed, then they are called as the bale of your cotton, which is used for the spinning process. Next comes your combing. Before spinning, there is another step being thoroughly done by us, that is called your combing. So combing is used to remove the short fibers and arrange them into a uniform length so that they can easily be converted into a yarn. After combing, the spinning process comes. It's the process of making yarn by twisting and pulling fibers in called your spinning. So you can observe over here, with the help of the cotton bales, they are being converted into the yarn. Earlier, and what is the purpose of spinning? Spinning just make the yarn smooth, strong and fine. Earlier we are using a spindle known as your takle in Hindi. Nowadays we are using our special spinning machines. Along with that we are having the charkha also, which is used to make the cotton fiber. Now comes what are the properties of cotton fabric. Firstly, they are biodegradable, that is, they are eco-friendly, they can easily get decomposed in the environment. Second, they are durable, soft and comfortable as they absorb moisture. Third, they are not very expensive, so it's being in the reach of the poor persons also. Next, cotton is porous in nature, so it allows air circulation, makes our body cool. So generally, as we all know, that we prefer to wear cotton cloths in our summer season. Cotton is a great insulator also, so it helps in maintaining the body temperature. Now there is a homework for you, that is, you have to give a one word statement one word for these statements, like your fiber, which is porous in nature, raw cotton fiber separated from cotton balls, unstitched cloth draped like ancient time, and a thin strand used to make a fabric.